Failure to comply with the court orders is contempt of the court order. If the big people cannot respect the court orders, why do they have the police to arrest small Kenyans when they disobey court orders? Who is above the rule of law if the government that is created fails to respect the court orders? Welcome to this Explain About Ebola, the trending issue, where we are asking, is the president above the law? Court orders were issued. There should be no more construction of Ebola quarantine facilities in Laikipia military base. Evidence is there that construction is going on. That in itself is what you call contempt of court orders. This is not the first time that contempt of court orders have been there. But what is very critical is, can the President of the Republic of Kenya be cited for contempt? The law as it is, the President cannot be cited for contempt so long as he's in office. Article 142 protects the President from any criminal liability when he is in court, or any civil liability. This was re-emphasized in the BBI Supreme Court decision. But what is the law? The President is only having immunity when he is serving. After he leaves office, if he leaves office in 2027, if he's not re-elected, or if he is re-elected and he leaves office in 2032, the contempt proceedings will be brought against Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the commander-in-chief and the president and the head of government of this country. So let nobody be cheated that this cannot happen. We sent our crew, Vivian, to go to the library and look at, has this ever happened globally? Yes. In South Africa, Jacob Zuma was also given a court order when he was a president. He refused. When Jacob Zuma left office, he was cited for contempt, he was arrested, and he was jailed for 15 months in South Africa. 2, has it happened in South Korea? Yes. Park Geun-hye of South Africa, the Prime Minister of South Korea, was equally jailed for 24 years of offenses she committed when she was the Prime Minister. 3, Christine Fernandez, former president of Argentina, was also cited for contempt. In France, the former president, Nicolas Sarkozy, after he left power, he was cited for contempt in France. In 2024, President Donald Trump, the current president, was found guilty of criminal contempt in 2024, and he was forgiven by the judge the last 2 weeks before elections. He was going to be, before he was being sworn in. Otherwise, had he not won election, he could have been now serving an equal of committee here. Bill Clinton, President of the Republic of the USA, in the Paula Jones sexual harassment, the lady who claimed that Bill Clinton had a sexual entanglement with the president, he lied on oath and he was found in contempt of the court, but the court forgave him. You remember his wife pleading seriously to save the husband. In Kenya here, we have Dr. Fred Matiang'i, that time the Minister for Interior. Him and that time the Inspector General of Police, Joseph Boynet, and the Director General of Immigration, that is Gordon Kihalwanga. The court, Justice Odunga, gave an order. They don't deport Miguna. They went ahead and deported Miguna. They were cited for contempt and they were fined Kenya shillings 200,000. We have the former Minister for Interior, the late Joseph Nkaiseri. He was also cited for contempt and fined. We have the current DIG AP Services, Gilbert Masengeli. I was in that matter, defended Masengeli. He was cited for contempt and he had to come to apologize to court. Right now, there is a contempt and warrants have been issued against the finance minister of the Nairobi County Government, Charles Keter. Lastly, the PS, the current PS for medical services, Dr. Oluga, led a strike against the court orders when he was a doctor. He forgets very fast. Dr. Oluga was sentenced for contempt to serve for 1 month. He was shaved. He wore those clothes. He knows what contempt is. He is again going to be cited for contempt. My advice to Oluga is that if he is cited for contempt, this time he'll not be fined because he will be called a recidivist, a person who has a penchant to repeat criminal acts, not once, not twice. So, what are we telling the Republic? Anybody will think that the court orders are papers. They are tissue papers. I have given you examples that court orders are not a joke. If the state was not happy with the judge's orders, they would have gone to the Court of Appeal. It's not the first time the state has gone and challenged decisions of the High Court. But refusing to appear in court, failure to comply with the court orders is contempt of the court order. Wakili Dan Sanumari brings it to you as it is. And our advice is that a country fails and it becomes a banana country when court orders are not respected. The question is there. If the big people cannot respect the court orders, why do they have the police to arrest small Kenyans when they disobey court orders? Who is above the rule of law? If the government that is created fails to respect the court orders, are we taking the concept of the law of the jungle when the survival for the fittest is the ordinary way of transacting? Kenya chose the path of democracy. Kenya chose the path of constitutionalism. Kenya chose the path of the rule of law. From court helicopter, we give government a serious barb, 0 out of 10. We wish they wake up. Remember, elections are coming, 2027. The contract of a government is a social contract between the people and the elected leaders. Kenyans are watching. From court helicopter, we will continue bringing it to you live as it is. Thank you very much.